It is June, which means that we are less than 3 weeks away from the full release of Final Fantasy 16. I myself am personally excited for the game and have my pre-ordered locked in for the game to come out. I'm excited to play the game on release, but something that I noticed when looking up the purchase information for Final Fantasy 16 is that there are a bunch of different versions of the game, and it can honestly be a little frustrating to figure out which version of the game you would like to buy before the game comes out. Well, in this video, I want to be able to cover most of your burning questions. Any follow-up questions that you have, feel free to comment them down below in the comment section, and I will hopefully try to help you pick which version of the game you would like to buy. Keep in mind though that I do live in Canada and I cannot help every single person overseas or even in the United States, but I will try and make an effort to ensure that you do not get debated and you do not get robbed of your hard-earned money and you get to play the version of Final Fantasy 16 that you want to. So first, let's start with what I believe is the easiest one to answer, which is the collector's edition of the game. As of this recording, the collector's edition is not being sold at all. Pre-orders for this went live December 12, 2022 and was only able to be purchased off of the Square Enix website. The only thing that this version of the game gets that no other version gets is the premium statue, the metal icon pins, and an exclusive DLC weapon called the Blood Sword, which was a sword from Final Fantasy II that was absolutely broken to use. No other version of the game gets this, and you get every single thing that the other two versions have to offer. Doesn't matter if it's physical or digital. Now, if you're buying the game digitally from the PlayStation Store, there are two different versions of the game to purchase. The first is the standard edition. This comes with the game and something more, which we will talk about in just a second. Then there is the digital deluxe edition. This comes with a digital art book and a digital mini soundtrack of the game's song. You will be able to download these separately on your PlayStation 5 and view them whenever you want to on your PS5 only. If you pre-order any edition of the game before June 22nd, there will be exclusive pre-order bonuses that you can claim before the game drops. You can get the Braveheart, which is a sword that appeared in the original Final Fantasy. You can get Kate Sif's charm, and you can also get the Scholar's Spectacles. We have no clue what these items do. However, we should be getting more information on June 11th before the game finally drops. Now, because these are pre-order bonuses only, it is unclear if we are going to be getting these as free DLC or paid DLC in the future. So if you are debating on wanting to get these specific items, please make sure that you purchase the game before June 22nd, as these items could literally be gone and not be able to download whatsoever. Now, if you live in Canada, there is something really weird that is going on with the pricing on Final Fantasy 16, which is the fact that the game costs a little bit extra on the PlayStation Store. Normally in Canada, games cost $90 Canadian. However, after looking at the standard edition for Final Fantasy 16, it does appear to be having an increase. And this is the only version that I've actually seen a price increase or people complaining about a price increase. I haven't heard one from EU, Japan, or Australia at all, which is really unfortunate. But if you'd like to get just the standard edition and only the standard edition, then you're going to have to pay an extra premium. If you have a disc version of the PS5, I'd highly recommend that you buy the game in retail, as they do have the correct pricing of $90 Canadian, but you will be missing out on one thing, which we will talk about later in the physical edition portion of the video. Now, if you are getting the physical edition of the game, there are two different versions of the game. However, please wait until the end of the explanation, as there are more things to explain than just simply getting the game. First, there are two different versions of the game, the standard edition and the deluxe edition. If you get the standard edition, you will only get the game. That is it. If you get the deluxe edition, you will receive a steel book and a cloth map of Valisthea. There are also exclusive pre-order bonuses for purchase depending on the retailer that you go to, such as the Valisthea patches that you can get. The list of retailers that I would have to go through would be way too long, so please contact your retailer and inquire if they are giving out these patches. Finally, no matter where you purchase the game, every single person should be receiving a pre-order bonus if you buy the game before June 22nd. of this year. You will receive the Braveheart sword from the original Final Fantasy or Kate Sith's charm. There is also the Scholar Spectacles, however, you cannot obtain it as this is an item for either the digital or the collector's edition only. So if you want to get those spectacles, you must pre-order the game digitally. You can, however, buy a copy of Final Fantasy 16 physically and then also buy a copy of it digitally to ensure that you get every single thing. But to be honest, I don't think it's worth it, as you would be literally paying double the price to get goggles. Now, that is all the info I currently have on the Final Fantasy 16 pre-orders. If you have any questions or I forgot to cover something, please let me know in the comment section down below and I will correct my mistakes. If there is more information on the pre-order bonuses that we will be getting for Final Fantasy 16, I will 100% be covering it on my channel. So please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy coverage. My name is Adam, also known as V2, and I will see you guys soon.